I've got the fuel tank all done, all the fiberglass work that I'm going to do on it for the time being, and it needs to be painted with a primer. All of those pieces on the airframe that I've painted with the polytone and poly brush and all of that stuff, they've set long enough that they should have outgassed enough now that I can put the finish coat on them. I haven't want to mix the finish coat up and start on that, but I thought what I'd do is go ahead and put primer on that fuel tank first, and then I can use it for my test bed to start practicing everything with regular color, because it's a lot easier to sand down and make any corrections on than the fabric is once I start on it. I've got my DeVilbiss gun out and I just checked it out. I cleaned it up pretty good last time I used it, but I just wanted to make sure that I had cleaned it up, so it's all cleaned up. I put some lacquer thinner in it and tested the spray pattern, and everything looks good on that. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some DP48LF. It's epoxy primer in the white color. Now, always before I'd use DP40, which is the older style paint. That was a green-gray color, and this is the differences in here on the, they're all DP somethings or others, and the difference in the number is what the color is. So 48 happens to be white. So I'm going to use that for a primer to cover all of the places where the gel coat shows through and stuff on there, and get everything coated good. And it won't take very long for that to dry, and I can start getting ready to use the finish coat. Now that primer has a catalyst, DP 402 or 401 LF, depending on which one you want to use. So I'm using DP 402 because that's what I have. And that mixes 2 to 1, 2 parts of the paint with 1 part of the primer. So I'll mix that up using one of the cups here. Set that up on another cup there so I can get a little height on it so I can see the numbers better, and it's easier for me to pour. Get it up a little higher. I've got a good coat of primer on that fuel tank. I'll just wait now for it to set up real good, and then go mix up some paint and try putting the finish color on that. I moved one of those elevators down, hung it up with the other one on that rack, and kind of took down that other rack to get it out of the way. I decided I'd go ahead and do this inside this paint booth, and I kind of wanted to get this done before I started on anything else. That way I could get all of my screw ups done on something that I can fix